What is going on, everybody in the BW Sports 1 world? You know who we are, and by now you do know who our guest is. It is no other than Mayhem himself, Mayhem Maness. What is happening, brother?
Oh, man, I can't complain. Everything's good. How you guys doing?
Hey, other than being cold, we are fine.
Hanging on like a loose hubcap.
There you
I
go.
feel that.
Now, so everybody knows that when they see you on our show, there was a fight that happened, and if they missed it, they missed one hell of a match. Let's take you back a little bit. Nate goes in. They have to sign a catchweight contract at 140. It was supposed to be originally 135. Luke couldn't make the weight. You guys kind of went back, got the 140 pounds set, and everybody was good. Then fight day happens. You know, you go through all your quarantine and everything out towards when you get into Vegas and everything. What's the feeling like, kind of that the day of the weigh-ins and the morning of the fight going into this one compared to your last one?
Well, the big concern was we weren't sure. He wanted 145, after he decided he couldn't make weight. So we were trying to really decide if he was going to hit 140, if we were going to get that, that 20-30% of his money. That was, I would have been okay if he'd have come over a little bit, you know what I mean? More money. But that was, man, I made weight really easy. I got up maybe 2 hours before weigh-ins. I sweat in the sauna for an hour and a half, made weight real easy. Other than that, man, we were just waiting to see if he made weight.
So going into, he makes weight at 140. Going into fight day, it's in Vegas. You're obviously 2 hours away from your normal time. Kind of give the fans a little bit of knowledge on what goes on during a fight day, kind of pre-fight. Before you show up to the venue, before you're getting ready for the fight itself. What kind of goes on during the fight morning or early afternoon?
Yeah, man, as far as like rehydration and things like that, I keep 3 or 4 bottles of Gatorade next to my bed all night, and I'll wake up every hour and a half or so and chug a Gatorade, so I get my weight back up pretty easy. Other than that, man, the whole process is, stretching out, maybe a light workout just to get the lungs open back up, because, we have a few days there where we're kind of taking off, just focusing on the weight. But other than that, man, it's just hanging out, chilling, eating lots of good food, trying to put the weight back on.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think you weighed in at? If you was to jump on the scales right before the fight, where do you think you put yourself back at?
I was 53.5 for this last fight.
Okay. Now, that's about, 13 pounds or so. That's about normal from what I understand. About 10 to 15 pounds after the weigh-ins. That's about normal. That gives
So I'm confused. So you're supposed to fight at a certain weight.
Supposed to weigh in at a certain weight.
Yeah, we weigh in.
So you really aren't fighting at that weight.
No, when I hit 135, I'm only at 135 for maybe an hour, and then it's right back up into the 50s.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah,
okay.
It's different.
Yeah. All right.
You gotta get your muscles back in. You gotta get that protein back in you and carb up, because before you poop out the carbs, you gotta let it out in the cage. And let's get to, what he did in the cage. Nate, I'm not gonna lie.
I was worried for a minute.
I'm like, whoa, man, these guys are going at it, and anything could have happened, especially that first round. Before we get into the second round, what are your thoughts? You're in the cage, bell rings, ref lets you go. You ready? Let's get it on. Boom, first round.
Yeah, I think we talked about it a little bit. He was going to come out and strike. He was going to be an explosive guy. He's smaller, compact, real athletic. He's got power in that left hand. I thought he was going to try to get me out of there early.
He tried.
He had taken off, a year and a half like we talked about, and we had questions about his cardio, so I thought he was going to come out real hard that first round. I just wanted to kind of pick, move, make him work. I feel like we did that. I got a pretty decent chin, I think, and I think last Saturday proves it a little bit. This right here is from a knee in the second round. All of the face shots, he didn't leave any marks on me. I felt good. I was always in the fight. The second, third round, we wanted to put more of a pace on, be a little bit more aggressive after he started to tire out a little bit. But, man, I had a blast the whole fight. The first round was just as fun as the second.
Well, I know we were all watching, and I mean, it was holy shit, this is a fight. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like I said, you're my boy, but I'm gonna tell you honestly, you took one, and I'm like, ooh, because it was kind of like, it woke
Yeah,
you
yeah.
up a little bit. It's like, oh damn, man, okay, now we're about to see how he can handle himself. I kind of have a little background of you, obviously, from the local scene here in Indiana and around Evansville in Kentucky, but this is the first time really that the world has been able to see, like you said, your chin and your heart. Now that's going into the end of the first round. Going into the second round, what did you and your team talk about between rounds? What was your focus going into the second round, and kind of walk us through the moments in the second round because it was ended at about halfway through.
Yeah, I don't think they show in between rounds on the ESPN Plus, but just a little small mental warfare, man. After the round, I'm standing up and I'm watching him sit down and I'm watching him breathe. And I refuse to sit in the chair. We're getting ready to let him know we're finna push a pace, that we're enjoying it. We're not tired. We've put in the work. My coach, Brad, was, now it's the second, third, now it's our time. You let him get that out. We lost that round. I know that I lost that round. But we let him work, and now he's tired. He's sitting down. He's breathing hard, and we're just gonna come out and fight. These are the fights that I want to be a part of. The firefights. The first fight, I didn't get to show that. I love fighting guys like Luke Sanders. I have all the respect in the world for him. Those are the kind of fights I want to be a part of, and that's the fights the fans want to see.
Hell yeah, it's fights fans want to see, because I was excited. I was actually cooking.
He's cooking on the TV or tablet, one of the two. Well, it's probably in the tablet in the kitchen.
No, I was in the kitchen, but you know how the house is set up.
Well,
so the
yeah,
TV was on. So I was watching some other sports, and I had my countdown. I was like, so early, I was watching the pre-fight, like, what's going on? Oh, no, that's not right. I'm early. Okay. But I was excited, man. I was loving it. The wife was loving it. We both was like, oh, man, he's got a nice chin. I mean, because I was like, oh, no, this is not what I want. And then, with the second round, I was watching the Plus. They show a little bit of the in between round, and you could see he was – real deep with his breathing. So, and especially when you guys first came out of the second round, you was in the center immediately, and he was not ready. So, I enjoyed it, and I thought that was an excellent straight hand. It was right on the button. It was picture perfect. The still shot on ESPN with his face was like this. Oh, it was great. And I was amazed with your quickness. When you were on the mat, when you had him, you were both on the mat, and and he gave up his back. Mm-hmm. How quick you slid to that rear naked. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah, if you see the first round, I hit a little trip takedown, and he gave up his back immediately. He didn't want to be on his back, so he went to his knees. I threw my hooks in, and he immediately started peeling off my ankle, so he wasn't defending the choke. I knew he had to be a little bit of rocked from the drop. So as soon as I got on top of him, man, he gave up his back. He was fighting my feet. He wasn't protecting his neck. And, we just learned from that first round and made adjustments and got the finish.
That's right there, Damon, is a wonderful fighter's mind. Because like he said, in the first round, he remembered from that drop takedown. I remember seeing this, you literally, it's just like wrestling. You put your foot right behind theirs and you push, and their momentum takes them over. And you remembered that from the first round, that he immediately spun to his stomach because he didn't want no part of you on top of a full mount or anything like that. So he did give up his back. And as the second round comes in, you remember that. And then as soon as you dropped him, you immediately, like Damon said, you were on him faster than flies on a country cow field. You like that?
You can see when I got the mount, I didn't even throw any really hard shots. I just kind of peppered him a little bit, just waiting on him to give up his back like he was going to do. So, it was all a process. It was the plan.
Yeah, and it was a very damn good Well planned out plan.
Yes, the plan is executed. Good job. Number one.
Yes, it
Thank
was.
you, thank you.
Okay, so now we're 2-0 in the UFC. I've heard some grumblings and some rumblings since last weekend, but I want to hear from you. Again, I'm going to ask you, who's your top 3 that you would like to see next?
Man, Nathaniel Wood is he's a really good striker. I think he's a little bit more cleaner technique than Luke, maybe a little less broad, but I think we would have a fun striking exchanges. Adrian Yanez is another guy. I think he accepted the fight on Twitter. It's up to the UFC if they want to make that fight happen. I'm in. Other than that, man, Sean O'Malley's still out there. I know he's coming off of a loss. I'm coming off 2 wins. It could be something that makes sense.
I just love the confidence. You know what I mean? Especially when they was interviewing you on ESPN after the fight. I mean, it was the same type of demeanor when they asked him the same question. You know what I mean? Who you like to fight, or there was no arrogance about it, but it was a calm, just a calm confidence. Like, yeah, whoever it don't matter. I guess if you want me to throw out a name here, I'll throw out a name. But whoever you put there, I'm ready to fight them. We can go right now if you want. Let's get it in. And that's what I love about it. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready for my T-shirt. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Now I do have a question, Nate. Let's play a little stereotypical scenario here. If you were given the choice of anybody, regardless of weight class, if you were given the choice to fight anybody in the UFC currently right now, whether it be out of total respect or the flip-flop side of that, and you just want to beat somebody's ass in particular, who would you want to fight and why? Putting you on the spot, man.
Outside of Cody Durden turning me down 9 times, I'd like to beat him up, but I don't think that's going to happen. As far as a bigger name, I think Nick or Nate Diaz. I think that would just be a really fun scrap. I think we'd just beat each other to death. They got good cardio, good boxing. I think that would be a fun fight for the fans.
I would not disagree in that. I would honestly love to see that fight. Now, obviously, you're going to have to stay at your normal walking weight for that one and maybe put some pounds on, and they'd have to cut down like normal. But I agree with you, man. That'd be a hell of a fight.
Then it resemble a little more boxing, and then I would really be in it because I'm more of a boxing dude. But I do love combat, and UFC is quickly becoming MMA is quickly becoming one of my favorite combat sports. But I'm still a boxing dude, so that would actually entertain me because both of you guys all like to stay on your feet. And, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, Nate, has there been any talks about, possible third fight as far as when, maybe not who, but when are you thinking about wanting to come back into it?
Yeah, I'm thinking about probably early February, something like that. Most of my family doesn't live around here, so I have to travel a little bit through December.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna take the holidays off and be with family and get back into camp January. Hopefully early February, middle of February, I'll be ready to go.
Well, and that's wonderful that you have allowed you and your family to do this because once again, Nate had won one of the performances of the night for that extra $50K. And I just got to say congratulations again, man. We saw it in the tattoo, little ink therapy yesterday.
Red Lobster.
Yeah, Red Lobster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the wife is getting ready to have some wonderful Christmas gift. We don't want to throw you on the spot like that and tell us what you're getting her because she's probably sitting right around the corner and listening. But we don't want to do that to you. Is there something,
She's back here. Yeah, she's back here listening. Now I got to buy her something nice.
Yep, she's Christmas shopping. She's putting her list together for you. If there was, obviously, if you're millionaires, you can pick whatever you want. We're humble here in the Midwest. You're a very humble person. What is the things, just a couple little things that, Nate Maness has always wanted or always wanted to give to somebody else that he now may have the opportunity to do so? What are you thinking? Is there anything in particular, anyone in particular? Obviously your wife, because she's been there through thick and thin, left and right, and everything upsides and downs with you. But, you know, is there anything that you've always wanted to do, give your family or yourself or somebody in need that, you know, you have the opportunity to do so now?
Yeah, I think the first thing that we want to get done is we're going to try to look for a house to buy. You know, rent will kill you, just spending money and it not really be yours. So that's our first thing. We want to put some money down on her new car that she's got, try to pay it off. My car's got 300,000 miles on it. You know, we've kind of ran it till it won't run anymore. So maybe looking for me a new car soon. But the house is the first thing, man, the future.
There you go.
Building for the future. Exactly. I love this guy. He wants to beat you up and then do great things in the future. I love it.
That's right. That's right. Humble brings success, folks. Humble brings success. And we're seeing very humble winner, future, in my mind, UFC title holder, Mayhem Maness. Give us your shout outs, Nate. Who do you want to thank for this?
Yeah, you know, God, first and foremost, you know, this is his victory, not mine. My wife and family, my gym family, Tag MMA, Nice Guy Submission Fighting. I'm the new Fighting for Autism ambassador. You know, I want to shed some light on that. As far as my sponsors, being in construction, Max Custom Completions, Baker Chiropractic, Ape Ethics, Team Lynn, M&M Residential Services, Merle Painting, Willett Landscapes, Great North Supplements, Nachos Grill. I appreciate you guys for letting me train full time. Thank you.
Definitely, definitely. Damon, do you have anything else for him this time around before we let him take the holidays off and enjoy his wife's Christmas list?
Hey, hey man, I am strictly honored to be able to talk to you. You know what I mean? This is cool for me, really cool, especially being able to see you do what you do. This is awesome, man. Appreciate it. Keep doing your thing. And Black and White Sports, man, we're right behind you all the way.
Thank you, man. Y'all get an interview anytime. Just call me up.
You know I will. You know I bug you first thing. Boom.
Yes, he will.
I'm gonna probably say that I may have been one of the first people that he had to go back and scroll on his phone after that win that texted him. He's like, I mean, of course I'm not the top like family member tiers that's nailed it, but I was probably up close, wasn't I?
Yeah, man, you're right there. You know, I appreciate you guys for sure.
Oh, no, we appreciate you, Nate. Anytime we can help you out, please let us know if there's anything we can do. And thank you again for the time that you put giving us at BW Sports 1.
Yeah, man, anytime. Always a good time coming on here and talking to you guys.
Appreciate it.
Awesome, my brother.
Yes, we look forward to talking to you again soon. Have a wonderful holidays, and we will be in touch.
All right, sounds good, guys.